Jerry?
I have a fault on Omicron 4. I checked out the reception circuits and they're nominal, so the fault's on the satellite. Would you let Tom Hill know?
He's at the reception for those Russian VIPs. Do you want me to call him?
Oh, all right for some. No, get a message to him when you can. When he comes out will do, if he's still sober.
But General Jenkins, the duplication that goes on up here is idiotic and wasteful.
Pooling our resources, only sensible thing.
The Soviet and Euro governments decide which projects each will undertake.
But acting on our recommendation.
Well, I am willing to raise the matter at our next conference.
Well, if you'd like to add that the idea has already been discussed by the Eurospace Assembly, who feel it's well worth following up, please do.
Oh, excuse me. Dmitry Pavlovich, пожалуйста, походите сюда. You will excuse the interruption, Dr. Smith.
It was good of you to spare the Colonel for so long.
Professor Calder, may I introduce Colonel Dmitry Pavlovich Gararov.
My honor to meet you, sir.
Believe me, Colonel, the pleasure is mine. May I introduce Tom Hill?
At last I meet you, Tom.
Oh.
The greatest cosmonaut in the world, this man.
No, Dmitri, that honor's yours.
When I was training as a cosmonaut, the walls of my room were covered in photographs of Tom Hill. And in class, when we were given problems to solve, I would always ask myself, in this situation, what would Tom Hill do?
Have a drink. Sir, thank you.
Oh, thank you.
Dmitri, Helen.
Thank you, Sandy. Tom?
Well, thank you, David. Thanks.
Thank you, Dick.
To you, Dmitri, and the success of Mosakaya.
Oh, yes.
Marsokaya.
Come with me, Tom.
Oh, 10 years ago, I'd have grabbed my toothbrush.
Oh, today also. You agree, Comrade Director? Hill and Gararov. Gararov and Hill. The 5.Caster and Pollux of space.
Oh, I'm sorry, Colonel. I can't spare our twin for a couple of years.
I doubt whether my wife would be very happy about it either. When's the launch date?
Tomorrow week.
Oh, sure? Yeah.
May I ask the plan?
Your excuse.
Excuse me, please. Thank you.
We are 5 of us as a crew. We travel in a Mars 1. Mars 2 and 3 are the laboratories. No one is aboard them.
And you're controlling them from one?
Yes. At planetary encounter, 1, 2, and 3 will link up to form the orbital station. Then we assemble Marsokaya and take it down to the surface of Mars.
As simple as that?
Yes.
How long are you going to stay there?
3 months. Then we return to the station and take the ferry back here.
That's quite a trip.
Yes, 10 years of preparations for Dmitry Pavlovich. 3 years of simulation.
That triple docking must be fun.
The first maneuver, docking 1 into 2, is normal. But then you've got to take the combined vehicle and dock it into 3.
And the field, the power required, everything's different.
Yes. Comrade Director would like me to stay in bed until that moment.
Because the success of the entire project depends on it. Get yourself hurt before then and...
What will Marsokaya have cost when they get back?
100,000 million euro dollars. But of course we shall have Marsokaya and the orbital station in place.
Oh, of course, yes.
Excuse me. Communications asked me to pass on a message. Omicron 4 has ceased transmission.
Oh, no.
Oh, not again. Well, Dmitri, it looks like I may have a ride after all. Oh, Omicron's a weather satellite we maintain.
Where is it?
Oh, it's just down the road, about 37,000 kilometers above the Earth. Want to come along?
Yes!
Yet!
Dead as the proverbial. And no wonder it's been on station for the best part of 8 years. It's just held together by sticky tape and chewing gum.
We've got plenty of that in stores.
Right. Yeah, well, the truth is, Omicron 4 has just about had its day.
Oh, Tom. You know the situation we're in. The Director General's demanding results, and what have we given him so far? Larbenthal, the other 2 boys killed, partners of fate, Conway's suicide, and a shelved radio astronomy project. Now, let's not have to tell him that something else is up the spout.
All right. I'll try and fix Omicron.
Well, there's no need for you to go. I mean, send one of the others with a technician.
Oh, no. Talking to Dimitri's giving me a hankering. I'll go. Save your technician's time.
All right. Very good.
Could you get me a flat, please? We've got a nerve, you know. Huh? Proposing joint operations with the Russians with hardly $2 to our name.
but get them to participate just once in any project, and I'll shame better appropriations for us from the Assembly.
By demonstrating just how much of a poor relation we are.
Right.
Yeah, but Marsukaia will prove that point soon enough.
Apart from a congratulatory telegram to the Kremlin, it'll be ignored.
Marsukaia? You can't ignore it.
You can if you're not financially involved, but get the Assembly on a hook. That's something else again.
Involving pride.
Yes, which in turn involves face saving when we turn on the screws.
Oh, you've got it all worked out, haven't you?
I lie in my bed at night, scheming. But success depends on MOONBASE functioning, no matter how little money's available. So, get Omicron working again, Tom.
Comrade Director Trenkin's no match for you. I can see that.
It's just that I question David's ability to contain Trenkin.
Keep him in line. Why?
Well, David's basically a research scientist, not an administrator, which Trenkin is.
You feel the administration here is not all it should be.
I'm afraid so.
Others could do better?
Yes, a professional administrator, like Trenkin.
So, in any joint operations, you see the Russians putting us down.
Now, you know that I esteem David highly. But let me pose you a question. Could you have taken Marsukaia from its inception and brought it to this moment?
Possibly not.
There you are, then.
He'd have been bored ages ago.
And such a project is not possible.
You and Trenkin are intrigued by the grand design.
But not David.
For him, it's the component parts.
Well, they concern me also.
But subordinate to the overall scheme.
Of course.
For David, it's the reverse.
Well, he has to compromise what he wants to achieve all the time.
Oh, Michel, some of the time.
You think that makes one a better administrator?
Perhaps not.
I think it's just making additional problems for oneself.
Well, I won't deny that.
A project like Marsukaia has problems enough as it is. No, Doctor. The grand design must be the administrator's first concern. Always.
Engine gimbal sector 0 inclination and locked. EDS checks complete. Updates are in. The computer's yours.
We have the computer. Program 00 and accept. Disk is in verb 40.
Final liftoff pad, Tom.
Ready to copy.
Bus A and B on, refsmat 003-151-000, minus 5 plus 23.
Okay. Yes,
Engine
fine.
override arm off, time base 6 all zeros, hypergolics 9899, pressures are nominal. On my mark, minus 20. Mark.
Mark 20. Bus A and B on. Refsmat 003-151-000, minus 5 plus 23. Engine override arm off, time base 6 all zeros, hypergolics 9899, pressures are nominal.
Have a good ride, Tom.
Thanks, David.
Stand by for internal power and hypergolic disconnect. 3, 2, 1, mark.
All systems nominal, Tom.
Copy.
Liftoff minus 5. On my mark. Mark. 4, ignition, 2, 1. Liftoff, you have liftoff. Plus 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Radar lock on. You're looking good.
Is all systems continuing nominal, Tom?
Looks good from here as well.
Moon orbit insertion at plus 70305.
Affirm.
Plus 20, you're looking good.
Went well?
Aye, no problems.
Marsukaia has been in touch with communications.
What can we do for Comrade Trenkin?
He wants you to have dinner with him.
30 seconds international system.
Tomorrow.
Hear that, Tom?
You'll have to watch your step then, won't he?
Cigar?
No, thank you.
These areas of cooperation, which do you propose?
In all the moon studies, cosmic radiology, radio astronomy and the Earth satellites, solar flare study.
The local projects.
Well, at the moment, we have no plans for further deep space probes.
We have.
Oh?
Based on the findings of the American Sputnik released in '78.
Grand Tour. The Jupiter, Saturn,
Only
Uranus,
the first leg is of interest to us. When Marsukaia is on station, we shall use it as a springboard to Jupiter.
Manned flight?
Yes, orbital.
Are you inviting us to participate?
Would you be interested?
On what basis?
Shared costs?
Estimated at?
Total $700 million. That's 350 million each. Cheap for you. We've already paid for Marsukaya.
How about letting the Americans in as well?
Troika in space? No. If your assembly declines, we shall go to the Americans. If the Americans decline, we'll go to Jupiter alone.
I'll put the feelers out.
The crossing from Mars to Jupiter will require men of courage, capable of controlling the ship in the proton storms. There's the voyage for a Caster and Pollux.
The old devil.
Hi, and Tom, he sat there with this smirk on his face, talking 350 millions apiece.
Yeah, knowing damn well we can't afford it.
And hinting broadly, if it's not us, it'll be the Yanks.
Have you spoken to the Director General yet?
No.
Can you imagine his reaction when David says he wants an extra 350 million?
You don't see what's so funny about that.
What are you going to do about it?
String Trenkin along. Play for time.
Do you really think there's a hope in hell of us ever getting that money?
Yes. Don't ask me how, it's a hunch, but ask at the right time and we'll get it.
Be a fantastic trip. For somebody.
Taking a craft to the proton winds?
They knocked Grand Tour about a bit.
Yeah, I know, but it only weighed about 500 kilos. It was like a dinghy in a gale. Mastercar must be at least 20 times heavier.
Like a small yacht in the same gale.
Yeah, well, you let the astronauts worry about that. You just concentrate on getting the money.
Yeah.
Well, I'm for some sleep. You going to be around for docking tomorrow?
Oh, of course. Any problems so far?
No, I got a caution and warning on my EVA hatch a while back, but no, it's cleared itself, though.
Oh, fine. Night then, Tom.
Pleasant dreams.
I'll let you analyze them in the morning. Good night.
Good night.